And it's your second Premier League title for your boyhood club.
Obviously, I didn't know what to expect stepping out on Anfield today after what happened. I didn't know what to expect stepping out at Anfield today after what had happened a few weeks ago. But you know, I wanted to play for the club one more time. I said that to the manager, and he trusted me to go in there at half time. So, and to get the reception that I got means more than anything to me. You know, I've played hundreds of games for the club, but I've never felt so loved and so cared for than today. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope that one day the fans and the supporters of this club will be able to recognise the hard work and everything that I've done for the team, because there wasn't a day, there wasn't a minute, there wasn't a second that I didn't think about the team. From 6 years old to 26 now, 20 years is a very, very long time, but I've loved every single minute of it, the ups and the downs, coming through the academy, making it into the first team, then being part of the first team properly. It's been an honour and a privilege for me to be a part of this club.
Has it sunk in yet that this is the last time you'll play for Liverpool?
No, because it's all I've ever known. So, you know, at times you catch yourself wondering, yeah, you'll be back next season, and then you realise, no, that's not the case, because it's changed. But I'll remember these moments for the rest of my life, especially a day like today. It goes down as the best day for me in my life. A very, very special day and a very special achievement for the team and for the club.
And you know, your memories that you've experienced at this football club, for you, of course, you know, they're going to live on forever with you. But what does this football club mean to you, and what has it meant to you to play for Liverpool?
Everything. Like I said, I give absolute... One sec.
Players, the backroom staff, the entire squad sitting and standing in front of the Kop and sharing in this moment. For Trent Alexander-Arnold, we're seeing him now. We can see how emotional he is. He was emotional throughout all of that song. And we'll talk about him and what the future holds for him very shortly. But we're joined by Premier League winning manager Arne Slot. Arne, thank you so much for pulling yourself away from the celebrations to come and talk to us. Congratulations. I know you've had a few weeks to look forward to this celebration. Is it everything you hoped it would be?
Yeah, and I would almost so as expected, because we felt the same after the Tottenham game. It's always special to win something. And at certain clubs, maybe even a little bit more. I experienced this at Feyenoord, where the fans are so passionate, and it's the same and more over here.
In terms of this season and the way it's gone, and the fact that it was won so early, that there was such a big points total, could you have expected this season to have been so smooth when you took over?
No, I don't think you expect anything like this. If you look at the Premier League, for the last few seasons, it was always a race to the end. Always two teams or even three teams that were competing till the last day. So yeah, to even be part of it is already very nice, let alone to win it 4 games before the end.
And I'm sure you're going to go away and enjoy, you know, this moment. Go away with your family in the summer. When does your mind switch to next season?
Probably 4 weeks ago. No, I think it never stops, but even during the season you're already looking towards the next season. Although, of course, Richard, the sports director, is more focused on the long term than me, but he keeps me informed all the time. And as you can expect, the targets we have now didn't come up last week. We are looking for them for a long time.
And your first season in the Premier League, I mean, it's unheard of that you go and win the Premier League title. As I said, you're new to this league. I mean, at what stage of this season were you sort of thinking, we have got a great chance here of going and winning the Premier League? Was there a defining moment, maybe a game or a goal?
Nah, thinking that we would be part of it was already quite early in the season, maybe after the Man United win, where we saw that before that we played good teams, but United was, especially at that time, we expected them to be top 6 as well. So to beat them 3-0 in their stadium was, for me, a moment I was like, okay, we can compete for the league this season. Maybe after City away, that was really a moment where I felt like it's going to be very hard for other teams to end up above us.
Arne, I just want to ask you about some of the pictures that we're seeing, because Trent Alexander-Arnold is making his way around the ground. We saw him incredibly emotional at the end of last season with Jurgen's last game in charge. He's been a key part of the squad for this season and this title win. You can see the emotion, and you'll have seen that behind the scenes, how much emotion and how much thought and how difficult the decision was to leave the club.
Yeah, of course. He's leaving such a great club, and he knows, he feels that. And it's not only the club he leaves. He's been at this club for 20 years. He knows everyone over here, teammates, staff members. So it's normal if you leave a club after a few years, you're probably going to miss it. Let alone after 20 years. Let alone if you're going to leave Liverpool. So, but again, he showed today. Okay, the fans showed a great reaction towards him. But the quality he showed today again is why it's such a pity that he's going to leave.
Why did you bring him on at half-time? What was the thinking? Was it always the plan?
No, it was always the plan to give him some playing time, and I think this was a good moment for him to impact the game for 45 minutes, and Connor has done really well in the last weeks. But I think he deserved to be on the pitch for all he's done for me, for his teammates, for this club. He deserved to be one more time on the pitch at Anfield, and the reaction of the fans was, as expected, outstanding again.
I mean, when you see sort of these scenes, Daniel's just asked you about next season. But we can only go off media reports, but it looks like there could be a lot of business in the summer, and Liverpool are looking like they want to get their business done early. Is that fair to say?
I'm not sure if it's going to be a lot, but we know, and the club, Richard, ownership, we're all aligned on what we try to achieve. But it's already very, very, very positive that we kept Mo and Virgil, and a few others that we tried to sign look positive. But yeah, we are very happy with the squad we are having as well, and this club has always shown if they can strengthen the team, that's what we do. But big or not, I think it's already a big summer because we won the league.
And obviously for this season, everything's worked out perfectly for you in terms of how the players have taken into your tactics, and you've took the league by storm. For next season, what do you think it's going to take? Is it a new style? Obviously, I don't want to put you in a corner here, but what do you think it's going to take for next season? Would it have to be a different style of Liverpool, or you're going to build on what you've got here?
It would be weird if I would play completely different, but we have to adapt. Always you have to try to become better, and I think there are certainly a few things in our game that we can improve with these players, and which is normal with every team tries to do. If there's a possibility, you try to strengthen it with players you bring in, but we need to be better next season, because competition will probably even be better next season as well.
Listen, Arne, I don't want you to miss the rest of the lap of honour, so thank you so much for your time. Thanks for coming over to talk to us. Congratulations. Thank you. Daniel, you're going to go in and get that trophy, and we'll let Daniel and Virgil carry on the celebrations between themselves. For you to stand in front of the Kop, to raise the Premier League trophy, what does it mean to you?
It's incredible, incredible. Last time we didn't have a chance to do that in front of the Kop. Today we had a chance. It's an incredible feeling to win the Premier League for this club. For this club, it's incredible.
I mean, you've had an opportunity to celebrate with these fans before. Daniel was saying he doesn't think he's ever heard them this loud.
No, I don't think so. Last time we won it in the pandemic, so it wasn't really great feeling, but still a Premier League. So winning the second one with the fans in Anfield, especially Spurs game, and now it's just, you can see it.
Virgil, sorry, just one quick one to you, but it's an important one. You get your hands on the trophy first. You get that moment of lifting the Premier League trophy. How was that?
Incredible. Obviously, I felt like the moment when we were confirmed champions against Spurs. I think it felt like 4 months ago. So it's been, but listen, it was very emotional. Special day for my mom, for my wife, for my kids. It's incredible to be champions, and no one can take this one away from us.
100%. And you talked about, here with your family and everybody enjoying the moment. You had a mural, on the wall done recently. You're the captain of the football club, bro. What does it mean to you? Because I've seen you when you first came to the club to now that the fans have embraced you. Did you expect that before you came to the club, that all these things would have happened? Winning trophies, doing what you've done?
I think it's difficult to say if I expected it, but obviously I chose this club because I felt like it could happen. It could happen, and I felt this connection. I love this club, I love the fans, I love the way what Liverpool stands for, and I'm really happy that I extended it with 2 years, and the love doesn't go unnoticed, so keep going.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And Mo, I can imagine you're feeling good, you're feeling happy. You could be feeling good, you're feeling happy. You scored your goal. You equaled the record.
This is, we'll be
what time it is now? You know what
because
time it is?
Virgil, this is your playlist, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is this the one after
No,
the
It's all about
Spurs
her. Let me
game?
see you do
This is
something
a part-
anyway. I need to see some moves, Playboy. I need to see
We're
some
singing
moves.
some songs now. You hear the song?
Virgil, thank you so much. No, thank you so much. We'll talk to you in a bit more detail if we get the chance, but it's a little
They're ready to.
Andy, how does it feel? You finally got your hands on that trophy. It feels like you've had it forever, really.
Yeah, it feels like a long wait to finally get your hands on it. So, just getting the trophy's always so special, and we've obviously won it early, so it's felt like an age till it's came about. But seeing Virgil lift it and just being able to lift it in front of the fans finally for a long wait is, it's a special day.
You just saw. You never walk alone with the whole squad, the medical staff, everybody in front of the Kop. There is this magical connection with the Liverpool supporters, and it came to light just then, didn't it?
Yeah, and it always does in these special occasions. They're our secret weapon. Anytime we play at home, they can edge us on and they can get us a result. Like you see today, I know the game means nothing, but we go down to 10 men, we're 1-0 down, and it's just as if something happened in the stadium. Like we're not getting beat on today. Okay, it's a draw, but we would have definitely took that when Ryan was walking up the tunnel. So, but yeah, look, it's a special place, and it's important for all the staff to be in it as well, because without them, it's not possible. The people that work so hard behind the scenes, they're the ones that make it possible, and then it makes it our job easier to go out and perform on the pitch.
Robbo, how's it been since the Tottenham game? Because I remember the celebrations at the Tottenham game were like this, walk on, everybody singing and dancing, and then you've got a month of football, and then if it's to happen again.
Yeah, it's difficult to win the league and then, concentrate on the games, and that's facts, and when you lose that competitive edge, which you do when you've won it, then it becomes difficult. So, but I think the lads have done well. We've obviously rotated a little bit, gave lads minutes, and but yeah, look.
No, it must have been incredibly enjoyable, the fact that for the last month you can sort of coast through games to a certain extent, and you can really take in the moments.
Well, exactly. It gives people a chance, like there's a balloon. Like McAllister, who's probably been struggling for the last couple of months to, put his feet up now effectively, because he's had a magnificent season. Ryan Gravenberch's played so many minutes. He took an extra 20 minutes off today, which wasn't ideal, but the last couple of weeks he's not played as much and things. It's been so vital. So hopefully that stands us in good stead for next season. The lads that now come in a wee bit fresher and things like that, but only time will tell. But we have to enjoy this first.
Can you tell us a bit more about your manager? Because he'll always say he's inherited great players from Jurgen Klopp, but no doubt he's given his own twist.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think he inherited a really good squad in terms of we had the winning mentality, and he knew that very early doors that, we weren't going to accept second best, and we knew very early doors he wasn't. And I think he's been magnificent. Him and all his staff have been so good since they've came in, and that's why you see that we've ended up, making the league relatively easy.
And a word on one of your best friends here, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's probably obviously his last outing in the red of Liverpool today.
Yeah, look, the send-off he got was special, and that's what he deserves. I know people were angry at Arsenal and things like that, and you can't blame him to an extent. But I'm glad today the cheer he got when he came on, the cheer he got after the game, the cheer he got when he lifted the trophy. That's what he deserves for 20 years at this football club, and we wish him all the best, for his next chapter in life. And this club will go on without him. It always does, and he'll go on without us, and I'm sure they'll go on to win even more trophies. But it's a nice way to send off with him winning the trophy and lifting it in front of the Kop and getting the cheer he deserves.
Brilliantly said, Andy. Thanks very much indeed. Andy Robertson joining us.
Ya saltan, uno cae el barrio, es determinante cuánto daño puede hacer el conjunto de 1K, sobre todo con Granero en esas primeras de cambio en la salida de escalera. Así que esa parte del partido va a ser absolutamente clave para el equipo de Iker Casillas. Por cierto, felicitar porque ha venido una buena afición de 1K.
Tiene la pelota Gerard Noya en cara, sigue Noya, dispara, Arnalot.
80 paradas.
paradas ya para Arnalot. Gil Vidal ataca desde la derecha el número 9. Gil Vidal con el centro, buena pelota, Arche, con la rodilla le pegó. Pues es el que desatasca un poco el partido, ¿no? Con centros, ojo ahí a ese golpeo, el remate, ¡gol! ¡Mar Valiente! ¡Gol! ¡Del Barrio! ¡Marca Mar Valiente! Esa banda izquierda que es terreno de los cañonazos de Granero, a la que tengo un mínimo espacio, le pega Granero. Bueno, pues es decirlo, y ahí lo tenemos. El tema es que el remate le ha salido centrado. Abraham, buena pelota, banda derecha. Vamos a ver qué hace ahí Fran Rodríguez. Se mete en el área, sigue Fran. ¡Qué bien, Fran! Se va de dos, el remate fuera.
¡Chicos!
A ver si acierta. ¡Claro que
Mira
sí!
que...
Busca el Barrio el segundo gol. Arche. Arche para Gil. Gil que le puede pegar a este Gil. Buen recorte. Gil al palo. Le manda Arche.
¡Dios! ¡No! Madre mía, qué parada. Y a centímetros del remate, ¿eh?
No, la reacción ha sido impresionante. ¡El disparo! ¡Madre de Dios! ¡Otro que vuela! ¡Otro más! Que está la pelota para John de la Cruz, la quiere levantar, vuelve a pegar la pelota en el cuerpo de un jugador del Barrio, el remate con la puntera y acaba deteniendo a Gerard Vacas. Será córner favorable a 1K. Bueno, a ver.
Gol doble.
Gol doble. A ver, saque de banda. Balón puesto en movimiento, intentaba rematar Mar Valiente, el remate, ¡gol! ¡Pauper! ¡Gol!
Y es
penalti
normal.
normal.
Mía, lo de los penaltis.
Penalti normal. Y el que quiere hacer el 0-3 es el número 4, pega Valiente. ¡Vaya cañón! ¡Gol! Ahí están Arnalot y Vacas como candidatos, como guardametas, y también Mar Valiente y Pau Ferojo la recuperación. Tiene la pelota al Barrio que puede sentenciar el remate. ¡Gol!
Knockout.
¡Gol!
¡Let's go, Barrio! Ponme el 5, ponme el 5.
El cambio del partido ha sido radical en los últimos 10 minutos. El balón que lo tiene. ¡Ojo!
¡Ay! Jaimitada.
Marca de nuevo el Barrio, gol de Fran Fuentes. El equipo de Juan Arroita, que no ganaba un encuentro con esta tranquilidad, entre comillas, al final, con un margen tan amplio, con 2 goles dobles que han hecho pasar el partido del 0-3 al 0-7.
Paufer, ha costado, pero por fin ha llegado esa victoria tan deseada con goleada.
Ha costado mucho, pero bueno, le damos emoción hasta el momento final, recta final, y ahora, pase lo que pase con Pío, nos lo jugaremos contra ellos.
Eso te iba a decir, pase lo que pase con Pío, la semana que viene, o ellos, o tú, o tu ex equipo, o tú.
Bueno, o el Barrio o ellos, pero sí. La vida, yo qué sé, no sé, son cosas muy raras que suceden, pero ahí estaremos. Ahora estoy en el Barrio, así que espero que gane el Barrio.
Enhorabuena y a disfrutarlo.
Gracias.